Hello, it's me again. It's May 31st, 2025. All right, we're going back to the spring. Well, near the end of the spring, beginning of summer, maybe 2 weeks before spring or something. I don't remember exactly when this happened. But anyway, you can be cursed by even anything. Anything can curse you. But it's got to be a living object of some sort, or even can be a possessed object that could curse you too. But this is about myself and a friend. And we're driving my car. It's, again, the date is 2014. I think it's the end of May, the beginning of June. People are starting to plant their crops on the farms and stuff like that. So I'm driving her to work. She works in the adult entertainment industry. And we're not going to say what road we're on because I don't know if that's appropriate for this. But anyway, so she starts to get upset with me about something. I can't remember exactly what it was. But I'm trying to tell her that I'm her person, friend, driver, trying to take her where she needs to go, and there's no need to yell at me for any reason. But anyway, sometimes you'll hit my buttons and you'll get a reaction out of me. So I started to not yell back, but argue back about the issues we were talking about. And I can't remember what they were, but remember I'm driving and I'm supposed to be focusing on the road. Well, while we were arguing and she's yelling at me, this female is about 25 years old at the time, maybe, yeah, or 27, don't quote me. Dark hair, green eyes, 5'7", born in August. These are the familiars that I remember about her. And I think she has a bit of a crush on me because the argument had no reason other than I got to drive a whole bunch of other people around and stuff like that. And I think that's what her issue was. But anyway, the argument kept going. And all of a sudden, a white cat ran across my path in the car. And I hit it. And I killed it. And that's bad. Cats are familiars, to witches especially. So, I was cursed at that moment. Now it's my fault because I'm driving the car, and I should have paid more attention to the road. But I pulled over, and I couldn't find the white cat, but I knew I hit it, and I knew that it's gonna die. I have that ability as a psychic to do that. But I didn't know what else to do. There was nobody around. It was around 8:30, getting close to dusk, getting close to dark. So I proceeded on my way. But I already knew I was cursed. So the girl goes, good for you. Now, the young lady in the car has 7 cats. Trying to explain to you why I'm cursed by the cat that accident happened with. It's like, she has all these things that she does with cats. So the energy from me doing this accident with the cat to her energy saving cats, because she also belonged to a organization where they would take cats that have been abused or that don't have a home to go to and stuff like that. She was right into it. And that's how the reason for why I was cursed at that time. Now, to get rid of a curse like this, it takes a lot. Like it has to be precise. There's so many things that God will align, and it's hard. Now, I thought perhaps maybe I wasn't at this time. Maybe it skipped me by, but she kept yelling at me after that too. And she goes, "You're cursed now." I go, "Yeah, I know that." And I figured out that I was, because the next day, I usually am pretty lucky. I win at things. And I wasn't winning at anything. And like with the lightning that I told you about with that young lady in the other episode where it hit my car, it hit the top of my roof at my house. And that's never happened before. And the controlling of electricity around me is usually I can control it at this time. When I was a child, I couldn't. But as I got older, I figured out how I could control it. But when I had this curse, I couldn't control it. Lights were flickering on and off. And then I had 3 vehicles. One was a summer car, not allowed to say the makes and marks of these cars, like whether, you know what I mean. I'm only allowed to say that they're cars. Two of them are economical that I use for running around the city and doing things, and one is a summer car that I just use for pleasure when I want to go out with that car. But all three of them broke down. Every time I got in one, it broke down. Every time I got in the other one, it broke down. The summer car was practically brand new. It broke down. It had a warranty anyway. So that one got fixed the fastest. The other two I got fixed as I went on. But also, I was getting every red light. My readings were not precise. Like, I was close because, God gave me a gift that I could do these readings, but not as good as I normally was. I couldn't pick anybody a scratch ticket or a lottery ticket to win something to show them that there is hope out there. It was a pretty bad curse. And I was having nightmares at nighttime, which is not happening. That doesn't happen to me. So all these things were happening, and I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of this curse because it was an accident. And so I've got to get cats to forgive me. That's what I figured out. And these are animals. And not only that, they don't want domestic cats forgiving me. They want feral cats to forgive me. Now, feral cats are impossible to find. First of all, they run away from everybody. I do live on a farm. And this continued and continued and continued. So, it's about the middle of summer. I live on a farm. I'm allowed to say that part. And my uncle lives close to me. He has a farm beside us, and there's a farm beside him. But on his farm, where there's corn growing, it's about 6 feet tall already. Now it's the middle of August, so it's growing good. So I get one of the cars that are working a little bit. I park it near the back of my farm. It's just a little solitude time and trying to meditate. I get out of my car and start sitting on the hood. And I start doing a little bit of a meditation and maybe some yoga. I know all that stuff. And I'm working on it. This time, I was just thinking, man, I'm going to be cursed for a while. So I wasn't thinking about the curse, actually. I was just doing my meditation. And then all of a sudden, cats started coming out of the cornfield. From I was sitting on the hood facing, I guess, facing west. Or, no, north. I was facing north. Sorry about that. And they were coming from the west, the east, the south, and the north. All four directions. There's a hill on one side, and they were coming up the hill. There's a gravel road behind me. They're coming from there. And they're coming from the cornfield and the gravel. I didn't count them, but there was lots of them. There was like a pile. Like maybe, I don't know, 10 or 20 coming from the cornfield, 10 or 20 coming from behind me, 10 or 20 coming from the hill, coming up the hill, and 10 or 20 coming from in front of me. And I'm like, wow, I've never seen this before. And they're all different colors. They all look like different breeds. Like, I've never seen this many different types of cats before. So anyway, I sit there and I'm looking at all of them. They all stopped. They all sat down and stared at me. And I'm like, what? I didn't get it at first. And then I sort of got it. I says, they're forgiving me. They're forgiving me for an accident that I had. My curse is going to be lifted. So I sat there for a few minutes, and then they started to all leave slowly. Like, they turned around and went from where they came. The ones from the cornfield turned around, went back in the cornfield. The ones that were on the gravel road behind me turned around, went back the other way. The ones that came up the hill turned around and went down the hill. The other ones that were in front of me turned around and went down the road there. And I waited till they were all gone. Then I looked up in the sky. It was a beautiful light with a little bit of sun coming through because it was just turning dusk and the sun was just going down. And it was awesome. My curse was lifted. Now, to make sure your curse is lifted, you got to check it out. So the first thing I did is I ran to the store, bought some lottery tickets, some scratch tickets. I won on every one of them. Not a great deal. I never can win a great deal. I'll win, I'll bet $2 win 5. Bet $5 win 10 to 20. Bet $10 win 30 to 40, 50. And lottery tickets, I'll get free tickets or I'll win $20, $30 there too. But I won on every ticket. And I got every green light. And all of a sudden, my cars didn't break down. All of them started working properly. And then the electricity around me, no more lightning coming close to me. And everything started working properly. I don't know what to tell you. I called it a miracle, to tell the truth. But yeah. And anybody can be cursed at any situation, at any time. Lifting them, I don't think I can lift everybody's curses. But I lifted a couple, and I'm happy for that. It was I was lucky, I think, too. Yeah, because sometimes curses can last a long, long time. All right, Birdy signing off.